Hello. Oh, and the mic's not even muted. Wow. Okay, let's see if I can't maybe fix my volume. The music is insanely loud, for me at least. Let me just see. Something like that. I can boost it for you guys. If it's necessary, I don't even know. Huh. Something like that. I have no idea, you guys. I'm gonna have to rely on the stream. Hopefully the stream is working. Because I'm trying something new. I changed the way the stream was set up. So basically just so I can change the type of music we listen to on here. I hope it works out. So as soon as I think it works. Let's go to live on YouTube. Just gonna test something here. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, YouTube. Okay. So YouTube does have sound, it seems, but they don't have any music. Which is unfortunate for YouTube, but I guess that's just how it is. Okay. Let's get going, guys. Let's get going. Get to our to-do list. Now, okay, so yesterday I did do a little bit of work with it. Like I did a lot of stream-related testing and things like that, so I couldn't really get a lot of this done, but I think I've done at least some of this. Okay, let's see. Fix character selection UI. Okay. So I haven't done this, but I did add I did fix the crosshair, or not the crosshair, the cursor for the main menu UI. So that's at least sorted. Then from there, I did everything else for the frog. I think we can work on the pause UI maybe. Let's see what else there was. Okay, and then there's the boss. And I still feel like the boss kind of needs just a general rework. Yeah, so that's just how it is, I guess. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what I'm actually going to do, so I'm just going to log my time in other and learning for now. And start it over there, and we can see how this goes, right? Okay, let's get the game open. Okay, so this is the... Oh yeah, I just tweaked the decals from here, that's right. Okay, so I was busy tweaking decals yesterday, and I think my wife made me a few more. Yeah. Okay, let's try them. Okay, so the first one she got is the bomb. Yeah, let's go check this one out quickly. Okay, so we had this one. Now, it doesn't seem too bad over here, but it's like I tested it. It's weird, right? It takes over the screen quite a bit, and it's a bit too much. Okay, so I think, okay, we got a couple of other ones, so let's try them. So if we go to the bomb decal shader, I think, okay, let's see, textures, decal. Let me just grab all the new ones that I have. Okay, so I have a couple more here. Maybe we try the white one. The reason I'm thinking about trying the white one is because I could tint it, right? Or we could try like the orange. Damn, that's quite rough. Oh. Okay, let's try something here. So I'm gonna convert to property. How do you do that? Okay, so you have a texture 2D that you convert to a base map. Okay. So we create a node, texture. Texture 2D, is it an asset? I actually don't know. If I convert this to a property and I plug that in there, is that the idea? I guess that's the idea. Okay, so we have a texture 2D. Okay, and we can call this the base map. I guess that's what they call it. And then we can also do a color, create node color. Yeah. Could I make this into a property? Yes, I can. Okay. Call it tint. Then we create an add node, I guess. Right, and in the add node, we could grab this one and this one, and then we output it there. Okay. So we just tint the colors using our color there. And then we can plug in a texture as well. Plug in a texture, give it a tint, and then it should work out. Okay. So I kind of like this idea more because now, obviously, I can have a little bit more freedom. So in the scene, we should just have a block now. Okay, so but if we go grab our bomb decal material, we can now give it a texture here. So let's see, bomb. Let's give it the white one, right? So there we go. That's looking good. And now I can play with this. Okay, the tinting. It's very subtle, isn't it? So what should we do with the tint then? I'm actually not sure. Okay, and if we select, so let's try the orange one, and we give it a tint that is, oh, that's interesting how that works. Okay, so I'm obviously not entirely sure how this is working. Okay, but we're adding the color values on top of one another. I don't know. This kind of looks good, right? It might not be exactly this the color I wanted. Yeah, I don't think we add them. I think we do something else with the color. It's not an add. It's something else. But I can't really tell what the something else would be. If it's an add, or maybe we only use the alpha value from the sample texture, then put a color on top of that. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, but anyway, I think it looks okay. Let's just give it a test. So we'll give it a good old play. And see what we can see. I'm super paranoid with the stream because I don't know if my changes, broke anything. I hope it's doing fine. Okay. So let's just grab the owl. So you'll notice, so what we did with the owl as well, we gave it a nicer decal. I think that looks a bit better. For the fireball. Right. Okay, but let's spawn a few frogs and see what it looks like. Yeah, the yellow is pretty good. Okay, let's go test it on... Let's go test it on a few other levels, maybe. Okay. I just want to see when there's more stuff on the level, what it looks like. Okay, this is the robin. With her new decal. I think we only need more decals for the knight and the duck. And then we sorted. Okay. What is this? Owl Cry Crest. Oh, this is the critical damage one. Yeah, let's give it to the knight. Why not? Actually, let's do a bit of shopping. I actually want to try and... I want to see... I have a new cursor. I want to see what that looks like as well. Okay, let's just put... everybody in a chair so they can level up. Okay, so now... yeah, I think I like the orangey yellow. It's super clear and it looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna go with. Okay, nice. Yeah, let's just do another level, shall we? So we're going to go to the grassy level. Well, not the foresty level. It's not grassy level, but there's a lot of grass here, so we'll see. Yeah, no, this decal works quite well, even in this environment. I like that. Very good. Yeah, okay. So we're going to change this level a bit. So currently you can see that the grass kind of obstructs a lot of the decals. So we are actually going to change the level so that there's less grass. I mean, it looks nice, but it is a bit of a problem with the obstruction. It's also it does take it uses quite a bit more processing, so the performance also suffers quite a bit because of all this grass. And really, we don't need anything to make our performance worse, right? So, okay, so let's do. I'm just gonna go with the Ranger quickly and fix the attack indicator on the Ranger. So I just have another. So let's see. I have another decal that I think is gonna look even better. So let's just grab that one. See what it looks like. So it's just a slightly larger arrow. But yeah, I think that is a bit nicer. So we're gonna keep that one instead. Okay, so that's it for the Ranger. Then we need what else did I want to change quickly? Okay, so the Knight and the Wizard and the Ranger are pretty much good now. The Knight and the Ninja still need some work. But I don't have a decal yet. I'm sure I'll get one today. Okay. So what's next? Okay, I kind of want to change my cursor. So let's just go check it out. I have a bunch of cursors, new ones that I can try. Just different color cursors. So we use the color palette that we have. Looks like I'm going to have to create a folder here. Called cursor, because it's getting ridiculous. Okay, let's just see. So we have all of these ones, which are the older ones. Let's stick them in there. And then I have a bunch of new ones. Just various colors of cursor. Okay, so we can just grab those, quickly make them sprites, single. Okay, apply. I must say, I think these are going to look nice. So let's just try one like this, light blue, for instance. Oh yeah, save, please. Thank you. Okay, so we go to our UI manager. We should have a cursor over here. Yeah, so base cursor sprite. Let's just drag in the light blue. And let's see what that looks like. I think it's going to look nice. I don't know why. They seem off. There's something off about these cursors, but I can't tell exactly what the issues are. They don't look bad. Is it just a color thing? Could it just be a color thing? Let's just try like an, I don't know. Let's try the yellow one. The yellow one does actually look better. Okay. Well, this is one of those things, right? I don't know. I don't know what to say. Okay. But this is overall not the end of the world. Okay. I think I want to change this icon here. So I'm just doing small tweaks, right? This is just me polishing right now. I think that's what I'm gonna be doing for a bit. Okay, so let's open UI. So on the level prep screen, we obviously see this thing make an appearance quite often, which is our coin. Now I think I've since getting my new packs, I should have way better coin sprites. I definitely have nice chests. So let's just see. Okay, it's probably not there. It might be here. Okay, these are just icons for items. Okay, some more icons. Flags for localization and other things. I guess we'll do this one day. What does this mean? Is this just like English? And this one? I don't know. Yeah, okay, so we have this coin. Icon coin. Which is already a sprite. Yes. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to go grab that one. So we'll take a sprite here and we'll search for coin. That coin over there. Oh yeah, no, that looks 100 million times better. Now, okay, over here we have on all the slots we have a coin as well, and I'm not entirely sure. This is the shop overlay, I think. Okay, we have a visual element over there. Coin icon. Okay, let's see coin. We can't search here. Damn, that's actually a problem. There are so many things up here. Okay, let's see. Room slot, I guess, is where it would be. Coin icon. There we go. So we'll grab a sprite and we'll select the coin. There we go. That looks quite a bit better. Okay. Nice. Okay, what else was there that I wanted to fix? I'm finding small issues that I want to tweak. Okay, here we have one. So let's go open up the our more character stats. We can save this. Okay, so the problem I have over here is this, right? My health bars. Okay, so we got our own custom progress bars and we want them to replace health. Get rid of that one. And whoops, what did I actually delete just now? Yeah, so we get rid of the stamina bar, we get rid of the health bar. We have our two custom progress bars. Now I'm sure they're gonna break. Let's just go back a little bit. So this is just health bar, stamina bar. Okay, let me just rename these. So you're gonna be renamed into a health bar. So you are health bar and you are stamina bar. Okay, then we can delete those two. Okay, cool. So what we need, we need the styles for these. Now, I don't remember. Did I have a style sheet for these bars? I hope I did. I don't think I did though. Hmm. No. Okay, let's just save and let's go open up our game playing UI. Okay, so here we got. I don't know what's happening here, I'll be honest. Something weird is happening. Okay, so game playing, let's create a new one and let's just call it the in UI. We'll drag it and we'll call this the custom progress bar. Right, and we want not the bar holder, but we want all the bar stuff inside this USS instead, right? Okay, let's just save that. Okay. Then we can open our more character stats again. Here we go. Okay, so in more character stats, add existing, and we want to add our custom progress bar. Okay, so now we can at least see it. Okay, but obviously there's something not quite right here. Okay, so let's just see what is happening. So they do get all the correct elements, I hope. They should be. Okay, but they're obviously very small. Why, though? Why are you so small? I guess it's got something to do with the way this thing works. Yeah. Okay, so if we... Okay, I wanted all them to be on that side. So let's see. Do I just change you? Yeah, I don't want to change anything that'll break this. So I think I'm just going to make the health bar a certain size. Where do I go? Do that again. Okay, so over here. If I just make the health bar 200, that might be not enough. Okay, let's do 280. That doesn't look too bad. And we can do the stamina bar 280. Okay, there's definitely something up here. Like just hovering over these, you can see that there's something different here, eh? Oh, I guess we are infringing upon. Okay, so it might be a size problem with the stamina one. The word is too long, so if I make them smaller. Yeah, okay, now they align nicely. And I guess we could give it a bit of spacing here. All right, just a couple of pixels, like 3. Okay, but now at least they should match the game playing UI. For the most part, I hope. Okay, we just need to access these in code now because obviously more character stats are not set up with these. Okay, so let's do character level up first. More character stats over here. Well, we don't have to do it first or second, but it's okay. So we get our health bar and our stamina bar. So health bar and stamina bar. Okay, so we need to change them from progress bars to custom progress bars. All right, because they work a little bit differently. And then we need to change them here. Okay, but we still grab the right thing. Okay. And then over here, we need to change the way we set them. Now, I don't quite remember how we set these. Let's go look at our game playing UI script. UI. Where's game playing UI? Here we go. Okay, so I remember it being quite simple. Yeah, it's upgrade progress bar values. Yeah, essentially this line of code. Okay, so in our more character stats, we want to do that. With the health bar. For instance, upgrade crow. Okay, so we get our character data, current health, all that good stuff, and that means basically it's set, so all of this stuff can go away. Okay, and then the stamina bar is exactly the same thing, but for stamina, like this. Okay, so that's our health bar. Then our stamina bar. So we just need to slap one of those in front of it. Boom, we got our stamina bar set. Nice and easy. Okay, like that. Okay, and these are broken in a few more places where we needed to update them. So let's just grab copy of those. And wherever we need them, we just come in here and we paste it. Okay, we apparently do this a couple of times. Maybe there was some improvement in the code to be had here, but it's okay. Okay, that should be pretty good. Now it will match whatever I do. How do I set the color? Do I do that in the update progress bar script? Yes, I do. Okay. I have all the colors in here. Okay, well then it should just work, right? When we initialize... wait, do we need to do this? Probably we do, right? So in here, I think I do that. Yeah. So after grabbing the health bar or the stamina bar, oh yeah, after grabbing them over here, No, not over here. Yeah, so right here we grab the health bar, and then we just need to do more character stats dot health bar. And we need to do the same with the stamina bar in its custom progress bar. Custom progress bar dot progress bar type dot stamina bar. There we go. Hey, Damon. I really should use Rider. Hey, I'll get to it one day. Don't worry. I actually saw you. I watched a few of Get Amends videos, and I saw you. You comment frequently on his videos. It's kind of funny. Okay. This should be working. Okay, so let's just check. Okay, and I think it should be working for everywhere there is that UI now. So let's just make sure. Take me a matter of 10 minutes. Hey, don't underestimate how much I can overcomplicate something. Okay, cool. So now we got our nice bars over there. Same as in the game. It seems like I need to space these labels a little bit, right? That's not great. Okay, but they should work there, and they work there as well. Nice. Yeah, we can space them a little bit. To be honest, I kind of knew this was going to happen. Let's just get my project back here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so... Open this instant. Okay, so... We essentially... Okay, let's just go grab this one. I guess we could just have the label get some margin. I mean, not a lot. I just need it to not be right on top of it like that, right? Okay, now this thing's too big again, so make it 265 because it's pushing it away. Okay, that's a little bit better. That's cool. Yeah, he seems to be, he's very knowledgeable. He's one of those people who I enjoy his videos. I can tell they're good, but he's not a beginner Unity channel or C# channel or whatever you want to call it. So when I was just getting started, I remember his stuff was just confusing me more. But what I have noticed recently is I kind of can follow some of his videos now, because I'm not I'm not as much of a beginner anymore. Wait, why am I doing this? Oh wait, I don't need any of this anymore. Yeah. This was some old thing that I did. Hey, that man Robin. I'm talking to myself. What are you talking about? Nah, I'm talking to YouTube. I'm doing well, thanks. Doing well. How's the stream, by the way, on your side? Because I didn't stream yesterday because I was messing around with the settings and setting up my Discord differently and blah blah blah. And I broke it a couple of times, but I think it should be doing okay now. You should be hearing music. You should be hearing me. I don't know if you can hear the game. Maybe I should play the game. You can tell me. Oh, damn, the game. Oh, shit. Okay, so maybe we have some other problems here. Let's see. Yeah, well, I think all my health bars and things should be updated now, so we can check that as well. Yeah, and just like a 2 pixel gap is already an improvement there. Yeah, let's just grab somebody. Let's get our test spawner going. Okay, yeah, I can hear things happening. Hopefully you can hear things happening. Nice decals for the bombs. That's just a test decal. They throw it. Is it okay if you lie? No, don't lie. Tell me the truth. Do you hear the game sound? I need to know. It's important. Okay. I hope you didn't lie. Okay, so I managed to set up the stream correctly. Fantastic. Ah, damn. Okay, this is gonna break the game now. Run, Mr. Wizard. Okay. I'm happy with how it's going right now. I think some of the changes it's coming along, right? We're doing these little small changes. But I think they each add a little bit more polish, and then over time you get a significantly more polished game. I was also checking out the other day how to do localization, and I'll be honest with you, I'm a bit scared. One of us always lie. One of us. The stats menu. Localization is a nightmare. Yeah, I just saw like how it could break your text, right? And I'm like, ah, shit. Does that mean all of my menus that are so carefully constructed and spaced out and whatever, they're just gonna break? It's like passive strength, which this is like a massive word, and I localize it, and it's like, 2 pages long. You need the stats menu, needs a bit of flair. You mean this one? I should definitely add, little sound effects and stuff at least. Right? When you click on buttons and stuff like that. Because my UI is lacking in that department. It's like any other game you play, at least has a little squeaky sound or something when you interact with the UI elements. And even here, right? Like all of this. Oh, geez, all of these, but when I start localization, everything's going to be horrible. But I feel like I must do it. Yeah, all these unlocks, everything needs a bit more oomph, right? Yo, some random wallaby joined the chat. How's it going, man? Yeah. Oh, geez, I didn't even think about that part. Languages right that go right to left. Ah. That's gonna be terrible. Yeah, Damon. I think getting this like this okay, getting the translations might not be a problem, and binding them and all that stuff. But from what I've seen, it kind of breaks. A lot of things break when you do this. So especially like the size of the text. So if you think about it, like unlock, that's a word in hey Kelpie 3005. Thanks for the follow. But if you think about it, like unlock, that's a word in English, right? And it's some length. And then you translate it to German, and it's like some 26 character word. And then you have to fit all 26 of those characters in the same button. That's kind of the thing. Okay, and then if you go to like Asian countries and you start doing Chinese and Japanese and those types of languages, I can't even imagine. Yeah, I saw you can customize. Yeah, you can set rules and customize the font and the text size, I believe. Right, you can do all that stuff, but still, it needs to look good, right? You can set all that up, but I mean, it's a lot of UI stuff again, right? Tweaking the so like when you select a specific language, then the font needs to change, the size needs to change, and I need to still go through and make sure, even after those changes, that it still works everywhere. And like I think some of the stuff would work, but some things I might have to change the layout a little bit. Um, like for instance, this level prep up here, I think anything can work in here because we have a lot of space, right? But as soon as you look at our, so let's just play this. I'm afraid of things like, well, this button, for instance, is probably going to break because there's 3 words in there that won't work. Yeah, this screen is kind of the one I'm concerned with. Like a lot of things here will probably break, but we'll see. And the tooltip I have of it. I actually don't like the tooltip. I think I want to make a different tooltip. I think I want a tooltip that pops up where you are hovering, because it is changing the text based on what you're hovering on, telling you what's going to happen. But like in here, it tells you what each of these buildings do. But I think that should be a pop-up closer to the item. Localize for the top 5. Like Mandarin or Chinese or whatever you want to call that. English. I know those are the top two, right? On Steam. And then it's like Russian or something. Okay. And I'm actually kind of, I don't know what I want to, I don't want to start localization now. I'm in a small polishing mood today. So let's see. So in UI Builder, is there something obvious? Okay, we could also go look at my to-do list and just see if there was something else that can obviously fix. Oh yeah, okay, my pause menu is kind of bad. Okay, we can maybe look at a pause menu quickly for the UI, because that one I haven't even worked on in ages. So let's get our pause menu open and see if we can't get that one to look a little bit better. Yeah, so this is our pause menu. Wow, that's terrible. English, Chinese, German, Russian, and whatever Brazilians speak. Don't they speak Brazilian? Yeah, that's true, Random Wallaby. I guess for the amount of work, for the amount of players you gain, is definitely worth it. Isn't Korean also a big... Like, if I think about it, if I've done Chinese, I might as well do Korean and Japanese as well. That would just make sense to me. Because I know Korea, it's maybe not a massive country, but it does have a massive player base. Like, people love playing games there, don't they? Let's see. Ah, this is cool. Damn. This is actually kind of ridiculous. Ah. So, okay, so US, that's English, obviously. So you definitely start in English, right? Because that's the United States, that's Canada, that's the UK, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, right? It's pretty much... You can't localize for South Africa. You have to make it English. Unfortunately. Yeah, UK, Ireland, like this, there's a few million people in all these places. And I also know, like, most of the Norwegian countries have no problem with English. But yeah, if you want to tap into this player base, you need to make it Russian. If you want to tap into this one, you need to make it Chinese. I guess India is also very, very good in terms of English, right? They do English pretty well. This is very useful. Poland? What? 2.4 million people in Poland. What? That's insane. Huh. It's quite interesting. Traditional Chinese, and then simplified Chinese as well. Might not be able to sell there. Well, Why? Why do you think so? I'm just curious. I don't know if there's... Hey, there's 104,000 people in North Korea with Steam. How accurate do you think that is? Easy to step on their toes. I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I think it's pretty easy to step on anybody's toes. We have a bunch of very sensitive people all over the place. But generally speaking, I mean, I'm here at the bottom of the world. Nobody cares what I think about anything. I don't have. There are pretty much no geopolitics in my side of the world. We're just a small Southern African country doing our own thing, trying to survive here. Oh, you think? Oh, geez, really? Is it that bad? If you just, they literally just don't allow you to sell to China from the US. That'd be kind of insane. Well, we'll see. I've heard of people who've made quite a success of their games from the Chinese speaking audiences. More so than the English side, right? It is a massive audience, so we can't just ignore it. So, anyway. Okay, let's see. What do we want to do here? Okay, so our pause screen. It kind of looks a bit meh. Okay, let's see. The first thing is these radiuses are insane. Okay, so we'll change those. And these buttons are ugly. Okay, let's see if we can't give them a sprite, maybe. Actually, we should make these buttons... I guess they can be text. I mean, who really cares? They can be text buttons. It's okay. Okay, let's see. Boom. That looks bad. Okay, wait. Let's just get the alpha value down here so there's no background. Okay, no, wait. I'm doing something bad here. Why is this so hard? Who made UI this hard? I'm going to select something here, and it's going to look terrible, and then I'm going to have to change it again in the future. I guess I should maybe make the buttons different colors. Perhaps. Yeah, maybe we should do that. That's maybe not a bad idea. So let's make them a nice neutral color. We'll do neutral gray. Let's just open up them in the sprite editor. Oh, damn. Okay. So you need government approval, a Chinese publisher. Okay. I might not be doing that. That sounds annoying. Okay, so apply that. Ah, that looks better immediately. Okay, that's actually kind of good. Why do they have... Okay, I see there's a problem here. I have a border around my buttons. That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's just make the border width 0. There we go. That looks good. I think I want to make the resume button. Actually, I want to change the sprite for the resume button to maybe green. All right, so that's a good button to press. Restart might be a bad button to press accidentally. So let's make that one orange. What's happening here? Okay, now we have a problem with the sprite. Open in sprite editor. Get the... I think it's like 21 pretty much all over the place here. Apply. Yeah, there we go. I'm not entirely... Hey, Damon, sorry, man. I lost track of chat at some point. You can localize to any language you want. That's true, hey? That's true, actually. So I can localize in Chinese, and the Chinese people will find a way. They can also utilize loopholes to get access to a game they want. I guess that's true, hey? Nobody's going to stop a game if they... I think I like this lighter color. They can use a VPN. Use a VPN, go to Steam USA and download the game from there, and then just change the localization. Yeah, more likely to pirate than buy. That's also true, hey, I guess. If you have to jump through loopholes and go behind the government's back, you might as well steal it at that point. I mean, that makes sense to me. It's a very African mindset. It's pretty much how I work. No, I'm lying. I think the last time I pirated a game, I was like in high school. Because I was poor. Right? Okay. These fonts are a little bit much. That looks okay. Yeah, honestly, I think just this one is the best. Can I change the position of the text a little bit? I can, sort of. Yeah, okay. There we go. Oh, that's a very open mind. That man, Robin. Yeah, I guess that's... But that is... I guess I see what you're saying as well. It's a good feeling to know somebody's experiencing what you've worked on and enjoying it. Even if they are not paying you for the enjoyment. Main menu. Settings. Restart. Right. I think that looks better. Okay, this is terrible. Let's go change that. Wait, no. I want to change the font first. I think we went with the bold one. No, we did not. I actually don't know what I went with. I'll have to go check again. So paused. What font did I go with here? How am I this confused? No. Montserrat bold. Okay, yeah. Pretty sure I use the same font here. Oh, no, regular. Okay, bold. There we go. And then you take off the actual bold, then it's nice and crisp. That looks a million times better, I think. Oh, yeah, Kelpie. That's also a good point, eh? They might just pirate it, realize it's such a fun game, and then they feel bad, and they're like, I should really support the developer. Let's go subscribe to his Twitch and buy the game. Okay, this is possible as a pause menu, right? Would you guys feel happy with this as a pause menu in your game? I would not be too upset if this was my pause menu. Okay, and I didn't really change anything in terms of code, so everything should still work, I think. Okay, and it's nice and clear now. Restart, maybe don't press that button. Resume, go right ahead. Right. Main menu. Okay, currently if you press main menu, you lose all your progress because there's no way to continue the game. So that's maybe bad. Yeah, that could be bad. But okay, that's what it is. We'll build in a continuing later. Let's see, level prep. So this looks good. I need to do the shadows. Man, I really just need to set. I need to make a style for all my text because I want them all to look kind of like this, where they have an outline and a bit of a shadow. I think that looks pretty good, right? But I keep having to set it for every single text piece of text I make, and that's kind of bad. Why is this thing weird now? Shop button, what happened to you? Oh, maybe I messed with the sprite, didn't I? Yeah. I messed with the sprite. Yep. Okay, so I need to change the slice scale, I think. Yeah, then it looks better again. 0.4. It's good enough. And what else did I want to change here? I kind of want to make... Is there a way to tell this thing to just do everything in caps? Or do I have to keep typing it in caps? Whoa! Create a root selector and style the text. We'll style everything. I'll look up top 10 tips for CSS. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, wait, what are you guys? Looks all right. Make a semi-transparent dark background that's fully stretched. Not sure I'm completely on. You just maybe mean when hovering over the stuff. What's the theme or the... Oh. You're back on the pause menu. Okay. You mean... like almost this little thing here, I maybe make it the whole size. The visual element that I've just kind of put in the center here. Or I just add another visual element. Can add another visual element and I can be like, you are absolute. We tie you to all the sides. I don't actually know if it's in front or behind. We'll see now. And we can just change the color. Just the alpha value. You mean something like that, eh? We get 100. Does that look good? Yeah. It actually also makes this pop a little bit more. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. So the theme of the font is I got this I bought this UI pack, I think with a Humble Bundle, and I kind of like it. So I can show you guys maybe some of it. There's some previews. Right, so I just got this pack on a Humble Bundle, or who knows where I got it. I thought it looked kind of good. So we're just using these elements. You know, they're nice, colorful, and simplistic. I think they look good, generally speaking. So we're just trying to build something using this. All right. And what I like about using this is it already has a color palette set. Right, so I don't need to think about colors because I can just use them as is in this pack. You can tell it's for a mobile game though. But even so, I think it looks pretty nice. Oh yeah, now I remember something. I could do this as well, I guess, for the pause menu. Settings, continue, restart. I could have done this. Maybe I'd do that in the future, but not now. Yeah, look, we can even do localization with this pack. It does feel very mobile. But don't worry, I won't put microtransactions in the game. I don't think that's required. There was one screen that... Nah, okay. I think it's... not the icons. Oh, here's some more screenshots. No, man, I just went through this. What am I? Oh, okay, no, this is more stuff. So you have all these icons. You might... Okay, and this is kind of nice, right? This sheet. And then you have all the colors. They kind of fit together. And you got all of these, which is what I use for my abilities and stuff like that, obviously. So that's the theme. Use somebody else's stuff. I just thought about something which I haven't worked on for a while. Let's just go check. So this is the... where would I do this? I think it's in the level prep. Yeah, I think it's here. yeah, there's this verification pop-up that's also kind of ugly. But I hide it, so that's the pop-up. Are you sure you want to continue? This character will not get any further room benefits if they take over in the fight. And you can do cancel or continue. So I think we should make this look a little bit better as well. Okay, so we have the two buttons here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so first of all, continue. Continue. Cancel. Okay, let's change the text font. Then we're going to go Montresat bold for everything. And then that looks nice and crisp. Only macro transactions. Yes. Yeah, that's exactly. Also, I think you don't need to keep it in the area of continue. Wait, what are you saying? The cancel option kind of defines you're not doing that, and it's easier to read. Oh yeah, no, the text. Yeah, no, I agree with you. The text needs to change. But I think I'm going to change the buttons also. So if we change the button first, we'll see what the text does, right? So the button, I think I'm going to go sprite. Why do things jump around when you change them? So if we did one of the green buttons, for instance, here, right? And this one, maybe we select a not so green button. Maybe we just select a dull gray one. All right, something like that. And then obviously the text. I could maybe make this start. Right, because that's technically start. And cancel. Okay, are you sure you want to continue? Okay, wait. First, let's just make it look nice, and then I can figure out what the wording needs to be. Okay, so this color we can get out of there. Okay. Let's try getting rid of the background, the border. So 0, 0. So that helps a little bit. And then the background should have no alpha. Yeah, yes, I can feel myself doing things very poorly here, but I'm repeating myself a lot here. Oh, we have a verification button. Ugh, for crying out loud. I could have just gone to verification button and change everything in here. So I could change this like that. Okay, so now they're the same. And I could have set the text and all that good stuff here as well. It seems weird that the left side blank. Oh, you mean this over here? This whole block over here. Yay, this guy. How's it going, man? Oh, jeez. That man, Robin, I was not on the same page as you at all. Now I understand. Okay. So this is normally where the portrait of the character is going to go. You can't see it now, but I'll show you in the game. But once you click a character, their portrait will be here. So you'll see their face. Just as an extra visual indication of which character you are about to select. Yeah, sorry, man. I was just completely confused with what you were talking about. Okay, so let's see. Make this 0.4. That might be too much. Can make it 0.7. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Then we can make this one 0.7 as well. Okay, that looks better for both of them. Okay, this needs to be bold and not bold. Yeah, I kind of like what I'm doing here with the text these days. I think I'm getting closer to what everything needs to be. Okay, so this whole thing, so this whole pop-up, maybe we can make it have a background texture. Or, like a nice picture. It makes more sense now, hey? Okay, let's see if we can't find a nice background image. I have one in mind. So one of these typically are when I use... do we need a frame? Do we need one with a border, or do we just use one of these flat ones? I don't know. I guess we could try with one of this. What does this look? Wow. That's a bold choice. Okay. That probably won't work for me. Let's try something else. What about just one of these ones? Could they work? It might work. It looks a bit terrible now. Okay, so if I do this, should be able to get it to look a little bit better, hopefully. Okay, let's apply that. I mean, it looks like something. I wouldn't say better. That might not be the word I use. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I need to. Ugh. My UI is not great. Okay, so how do I get the stuff to go inside now? I think I add padding, right? There we go, yeah. Some padding pushes everything inside. Give it like 15. Okay, what does that look like? Hey, that almost looks like a real piece of UI. I kind of lost myself here. Okay, verification pop-up. If I change the slice scale, could I make it look a little bit nicer? 0.8 maybe? That's not terrible, is it? I don't think it's terrible. Right? We could even give this text a background, maybe. Okay, let's try something. Let's just see what happens. I don't know if that's correct. I'm just fooling around right now. This is I'm designing in UI Toolkit, which maybe is not a good idea. Normally, my wife designs this stuff, and she does it in something like, Photoshop, or wherever it's easy to mess with the elements. I got a bingo, Damon. You reckon? Ah. Oh, maybe we could just... What about... Okay, wait. Look at this. Look at this. Maybe not. Okay, wait. Let's try something here. This thing is doing something strange. I want the... Okay, how the hell is this gonna work? Do I need to slice this thing in multiple pieces? I want to stretch the sides and not the center. I wanted to stretch like that section, and then I want that section. How the hell does that work? Okay, maybe I don't do this. Discard. Revert. Okay, let's grab something else maybe. Let's go back to this flag idea. Okay. I had an idea with this flag. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this inside of the label. That man Robin. I've done some of that, yes. Okay, this is just... Maybe I need a visual element here instead. And then I put the label inside the visual element. Right? And then I can give the visual element a background and move it around without breaking my label so much. That might be better. This might be the way. Okay, so you shouldn't be growing. Okay, so let's give the visual element a background instead. And then we can see what we can do from there. Where the hell? Why do you jump like that? Okay, so if we find one of those flags... Yeah, 5 elements. End stretchy, center stretchy, end. Yeah. I don't know how to split it into 5 elements, though. That's kind of my problem right now. Because I don't really know how to do that. Okay. How do I get this thing to do anything I want it to? Okay, I kind of need this element. You know what? Maybe I don't put the visual element inside there. I'm going to try something here. Let's make it absolute. All right. Let's give it some size. Okay, we make it the full width. And we give it a height. Okay, there we go. I actually don't know where the label is supposed to be. Let's just change the text color of the label so I can see it. Because it's white, right? Okay, so something like that. Do we put the visual element first? Ah, there we go. Ah, wait, I changed the background. Damn it. Unset. I want to change text color to black. Okay, now watch this. Now we do. We move it to the top. This might not look as good as I wanted it to be honest. It's going to get like 40 pixels there. 40 pixels there. Ah! I might be making it worse. You guys would tell me if I'm just making this worse, right? Okay, let's see. I want to go down. -23. Don't know if I'm... Nah, maybe the flag is the wrong idea. Wait. Stretch the whole banner? You mean down like that? Could I make this thing go up? Oh yes, I definitely could. Give it an offset. We could change the color, obviously. That's kind of the point. And I could change the text on the label, maybe, to... Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Instead of making a whole damn sentence. Something like that, hey. Continue, question mark, and we increase the font size. Right, we can even then grab the label, give it a bit more offset so it doesn't push anything away. Well, no, it still pushes stuff away. Can make the flag maybe a bit smaller. Okay, something like that. Continue. And then, as a last thing, I think I want to make... Okay, so the outline is not going to make much of a difference, but a shadow might. Let's give everything a shadow with a 3-pixel offset. That kind of looks weird when it's not a white text. Huh. I wasn't expecting that. Let's see if I change the text color to white on the buttons. Ooh, that just does something, doesn't it? Okay, let's change the text color back to white on the continue as well. We could even make the banner a little darker then. Maybe. That doesn't look too bad. And we can make this text bigger, I think. Okay, we could try that. So we make the banner larger in the width, but smaller in the length. Does that look better? Let's try something here. Just let me give this thing a bit of padding. Kind of like that. The whole screen looks like this. More or less. Oh, you know what I should do? I should actually make the whole screen go dark as well, hey? Like we do with the pause menu, because it's kind of like a pop-up. So what if we did this as well? Give this thing an absolute position and make it the whole screen. And we just gave it a background color like 80. Oh wait, I did that wrong. Yeah, no, I'm doing this like a fool. Okay, okay, this is a UI element within. Ah, okay, wait. We need to stretch it out to the whole screen. What does that actually mean? Okay, I think I'm probably not doing this in the right way. Like that? Okay, let's give it a... Let's play with it, right? I'm going to play, and then we can see what it looks like. Ah, damn it, I should have hidden this thing. Ah, yes, like it. Now it's just going to be there from the start, right? Oh, wait, we can cancel. It just gives us an error. That's not a problem. Okay, so let's just suppose we grab a character and we go die. Oh, wait, we need to spawn a few enemies so that it's possible for us to die. Like 50 frogs, they should be able to make it happen. Oh! I must say, I do like the decals. I think that's quite the addition. Oh, they're predicting it, eh? Okay, I died. Okay, so now you need to select a replacement character. We could make that a little bit more clear as well, because most people won't understand why the screen just came up. But okay, we click on the owl. Looks something like that. Continue. Owl will not get any further room benefits if they take over in the fight. I see some of the scaling also changed, so I think the buttons got squashed. Now if I cancel, I select somebody else. Yeah, so it does tint the whole screen a little bit. I could tint it more, I guess. I could also change... I think the buttons got squashed by something. Something squashed the button. Okay, we can start and then we can tell the frogs to go die. Oh. Oh, for crying out loud, Okay. We did a team. Now I'm just playing the game. I should change the way that camera transitions as well. That seems a little bit unnecessary. Get the slow totem. There we go. We got it. I must say, the little poof effects when the lizards die, I think that's a banger. It looks so... It's one of those very small things that just make the game feel so much better. I also need to change this decal, because the decal for the night... Yeah, it's kind of shit, right? You think we should make it bigger? Actually, that's actually a good call. I think you're right. We could definitely make this bigger, hey? Let's do that. Also, maybe... Okay, let's go to UI Builder. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we could certainly make this bigger. Okay, so verification pop-up. Is this thing changing? Yeah, it is tinting the pop-up itself as well. Okay, that's because I don't know what I'm doing. But if I put this... Is it changing it? I actually don't know what's... Oh, no, it's not. Okay, yeah, so if it's on top, it's not that bad. So let's make this a little darker. Let's make it just 100 on the opacity. No, it is changing the... It's not changing the text, but it's definitely changing the... Oh, it's changing the out... Ah, okay, I see. It's because it's a child of it, right? Oh, damn it. So, okay. Yeah, I'm doing this the wrong way. The verification pop-up itself shouldn't be the background. That should just be like a container, and then I should have the background inside here. Maybe. That's going to be a little annoying. Maybe I could do it though, but I just don't feel like it. Okay, let's just make it 100 for now, and live with this thing being slightly more dark. Yeah, the map does look quite nice, eh? It adds a lot. Okay, so this is how I made this thing the size it is. Okay, so we can like reduce the anchors to 30%. Then it looks something like that. Okay, this specific visual element holds... Okay, this one holds the buttons. This one holds the rest. Okay, now I kind of don't want my buttons to get squashed, so let's see if we can't set this thing to some height and maybe make it not shrink. That might be a good call. And then we just give it a set height that looks good. And then we can even change the text size for these buttons, right? A nice 46. How's that? Ah. Yeah, the dimmer needs to be above the pop-up. Yeah, I know. But I'm just showing and hiding this specific element. So I'm gonna have to rejig the way I made this thing. I could put that over there. They make this its child. And then call... Whoa, okay. We'll fix that now. Then we call this one the verification pop-up. And this one is just the background, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's okay. And then now we can make this 0, 0. There we go. I fixed it. That wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it might be. Okay, so that's now a little bit better. Okay, so the buttons won't get all squashed. And we can... okay, we can change this label size as well. So let's see if... This must at least be the same size as the buttons, right? Yeah, and then we can drag this down a little bit as well. We can up the text size over here. 28. Guess it's a good size. Now icon holder is just what it is. There we go. We can hide it. Let's give it a play. Ooh, what's happening here? Oh, yeah, I messed with this. Okay, I need to go fix those buttons. This is also going to be a problem in the future, but yeah, for now, let's grab a bird. And let's get like 250 small lizards. It's probably going to break my frames. Yep. Oh, they're coming. Okay, I didn't make it. Okay, so we click here. It's like continue. Okay. And the character icon is overlapping a little bit. But this doesn't look bad, I guess. It's not perfect, but chicken will not get any further room benefits if they take over in the fight. Fine. Let's go. Okay, chicken did it. Damn. Get stunned. I need to fix that stun, actually. There's a bug there. All exploded in the air. Okay, let's do something like so. Yeah, these new decals for the all the abilities, for the aiming and all that good stuff is way better. I like that a lot. I do see a little bit of a bug though. So, oh, there's no more totems. But it does seem like the decal goes on top of the totems for some reason. We'll check it out in the next level again. Let's use the knight, because he doesn't do a lot of damage. So then we can maybe check. What is this doing? Yeah, look at that. Okay, so somehow the decals, they're only supposed to project onto terrain, but they are projecting onto these totems for some reason. Okay, so the totems think they are part of the terrain, I guess. Okay, this level is weird. Like, the characters get, well, the enemies get stuck in all sorts of places. Oh no. It's a blue totem. Let's get out of here. Yeah. Okay, let's fix that and let's see why the totems are getting decals on top of them. Because that seems like a bug as well. Okay, so what happened to you, Mr. Button? Menu buttons. Is it this menu buttons? Yeah, it seems like it is, yes. Okay, so the sprite is set up correctly. The slice scale, I think, should be 0.4. Something like that. Yeah, that looks better. That looks better. Then we can change the text, I think, to bold. And we can turn off the bold, because that makes it look crisp. Yeah, like that. Looks good to me. Okay, let's go check out the totems quickly and see why they think they are part of the terrain. Accessing invalid property. I don't think so. Okay, so this totem is accepting. Can I click on the totem? Okay, let's open the totem. So why you're an enemy building? The render layer. Where do we check this again? Yeah, okay. Rendering layer mask is default. We don't render on default. We only render on terrain. And it doesn't have terrain selected. So what is happening here? Are any of these on terrain? No, they're all the default layer mask. Why would this happen? That's kind of weird. So these totems came from an asset pack, so it's using the asset pack's material. But I mean, I just normally set the additional settings, the rendering layer mask, right? If I make it terrain, then I expect it to render. It's a render on that layer mask as well. Why is this thing complaining? So now it should. This thing is very upset about something. Inline style. Yeah, I'm not sure. And it's only happening, yeah. It's only happening to the totem. Let's check. I'm just gonna Oh, wait, I can check this in. Okay, yeah. I think I know what I'm going to do. Okay, we can just start the level. And then we can go into scene. I'm on my base. No, man, I didn't want to open the prefab. What are you doing? Oh, no, I didn't open the prefab. Okay, so if I grab this decal and move it around. That is so bizarre. And it's only these totems that do that. It's everything about the totem that does it. It's the little bongos on the ground, not the grass. That's very weird. Oh, the time is up. What is the render queue of your decal material? Okay, what is a render queue? How do I see what a render what the render queue is? I've never heard of that before. On the material. Okay, this is the material. The order it's drawn. I don't actually think we need to be in the game. I think I can see this happening right here already, hey? Oh, no, I can't. Okay, so it's... Okay. So it works now, right? So it's rendering correctly. And if I send it over there, it's like if I go to this level, which has a bunch of stuff on it, I move it around, it doesn't go on anything else, just the terrain. But when the game plays, it's broken. Right. That's a bit weird. I want to draw terrain, then decals, then totems, right? I guess, but look, the way I understand this is when you set up a decal, you tell it which render layer it is allowed to project onto, right? And then you just go to your items, like your totems and whatever, and you put them on the appropriate render layers. And my decals are set up so that they are not allowed to project onto the default render layer. So I'm not sure why. And it works for everything else, right? Right, this is the totem. Its mesh renderer is set up to be on the default layer, not the terrain layer. And it works in the inspector. So if I in the scene view, if I draw take this thing and I drag it around, it's not a thing. Now, if I change this totem, and let's change this totem specifically, if I grab it and I tell it to be on the terrain as well. Okay, let's see. Now my decal should be able to render on top of it. If maybe I move it around again. Okay, it does not. It renders on top of the drums, it seems. But not the totem. What? I specifically selected the totem and not the drums. This is so weird. Is this one of those Unity bugs? Like, and it works with everything else. Like, I don't understand. Yeah, like if we take this decal over to, say, the desert level over there, right, you can see, like this rock over here. So we have our terrain, and we have this rock. And it's rendering on top of the rock because I made the rock part of the terrain layer. If I untick terrain, you can see, then it doesn't render on the rock anymore. So I think I'm understanding the way they work correctly, but they just don't work correctly. Like I can't get it to, it doesn't render on anything. And now it renders on the drums for the totems, but not the totem. And then when you play the game, it renders on everything. That's very weird. Like, I would suspect it's got something to do with the totem prefab, right? That would make the most sense to me. So if we look at the totem, go in here into the prefab, we look at the layers, they're all set to default. Same with the drums. It's very interesting. Don't know if there's a way I override this somehow. That would be very interesting if I did that. Yeah, who knows? Oh, the screen and game view use different rendering. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Let's just try. Maybe something changed. Let's see. No, that definitely still goes on top of the totem. Yeah, and the drums. It's not the end of the world. I think it's something I can live with for now. It's not ideal. Obviously, it's not the intended way the game should work. Yeah, and it's fine here. Actually, while we're here, let's pause. And let's go look at that. Now, let's see if I can make it work. So I click on this. It is currently on the default rendering layer. If I put it on nothing, obviously it doesn't render. Right? That makes complete sense to me. If I put it on default or everything, it'll render. Now if I unpause the game, did it fix itself? No. Okay, out of curiosity, what happens if I put it on nothing? Now this is the real test. If this thing renders, if I can still make a decal appear, even though it's set to nothing, that would be very interesting. Okay, no, when it's set to nothing, the decal, in fact, doesn't appear. That's very strange, eh? If we only put it on the terrain layer, okay, then obviously it is appearing. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Is it the only mesh? No, it's not the only mesh. We have multiple meshes. So we have the pieces of the totem underneath. It's kind of their own thing. And then we got the intact totem on top. I don't remember why I do it like that. But this one's also just on the default mesh. And you might have noticed, so I'll show this again. Oh, man, I just rearranged my feet. Okay, so if you look at this also, so we can destroy one of them, right? I mean, I'm willing to live with this, but if I destroy it, you can see the decal doesn't project on the pieces. Interesting, eh? So that those pieces work correctly. The drums don't. Right, so the drums always get projected on top of. The pieces are fine. But you know what? It's such a small thing, I don't think most people would even notice. And to be honest with you, my wife kind of doesn't like the way the totems look, so she might actually just make a whole new mesh for them. And then everything changes anyway. So maybe I'm just... I thought it was something easy. It's obviously something weird. So we'll just leave it for now. And when we get the new mesh for the totems, maybe then it doesn't even matter because it'll be fixed. All on its own. Okay. Where were we? Okay, so we got that to look nice. Okay. I'm not entirely... I don't know if I'm entirely sold. Okay, so this side is bothering me still. I don't really like this tooltip at the bottom here. It would be better if we could make a tooltip appear in some place, like in the world space, right? So if you could, for instance, while I'm hovering over this unlock button or something like that, a small little tooltip appears on top of it or at the bottom of it or something to give me the information I need, right? I think that'll be better. Do I have to do that now? I don't know. Could these look better as well? They certainly could, couldn't they? Yeah. There's so many small things you can improve on the UI. Maybe I should... Okay, you know what I should do? Maybe I should just do the more impactful thing. So instead of just tweaking stuff, let's add sound effects and animations to these buttons. So when you hover over the button, they change slightly, and when you click or hover over them, you get a little bit of a sound effect as well. I think that's going to make a bigger difference than fiddling with some spacing or something like that. Also, let's fix these textures for the unlock buttons. I think that's a quick and easy one. If I can shop button, okay. So I think, it uses a texture. Oh no, that's terrible. Let's use a sprite. Obviously, and we're using Montresat bold without any actual bolding. And then we can grab a sprite. No, that's not how you grab a sprite. We use the same button. It's already set up, so I think 0.4. Nice! Oh, look how crisp that is. The text, I think the text should be all caps. I kind of like the old caps look for most of this text. Where do I set the text, though? I think I set it in code. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Let's go check. UI, room slots, I think. So the room slots have a overlay. Oh, yeah, I set some of it. Okay, so upgrade. Yeah, we can do. Okay, I really need to know. Do I need to actually type everything in all caps that I want to be all caps? Or is there a way to... Because I know you can do this in TextMesh Pro, right? You can just click a button and it makes everything all caps, regardless of how I typed it. But for UI Toolkit, I don't seem to be able to do that. Ah, here it is. Unlock. Okay, I think that is gonna look okay. Okay. Did I not save? Did it not recompile? Well, there we go. String.to up. Okay, so you need to do it in CS. Okay. Yeah, okay. I could do that. It's fine. Yeah, so the only reason I want to do that, the one thing I was concerned about was this text over here. Because this is going to display the name that you give the character. And the player gets to choose the names for each of their birds, right? This is obviously just placeholder text. Okay, so I just do to upper, then this would look better. So then I can make it, I can force everything to uppercase. Oh, an all caps font asset. That's actually... I haven't even considered that that's a thing, but that could definitely be a thing. Oh, but okay. We'll worry about that, I guess, when we get to localization, right? Because we're probably going to have to do some other funny things with it. Okay, let's see. That already looks better for a shop button. Right? Yes. Them buttons look better. Can we change the size? Make it like 18? Yeah, we can. Nice. Cost. Okay, this one has the wrong... Do we just change the whole cost holder? I guess this is where I change the text then. Okay, let's go. Montresat, bold. Not bold. There we go. That looks much crisper. Crispier. Upsize the coin. Make the whole area. Oh, you mean like... I think I actually did that at some point. Where did I do that? Shop. Oh, come on, man. Shop overlay. So something like... Oh, wait, there was a reason I didn't do this anymore. I think it looked bad. Oh, it's because the shop overlays are not exactly the right size. Yeah, like in this room, the slots are only here, and it kind of looks weird. But maybe if we just make it this little section here, it's better, hey? That could work. Okay, so let's see how we would do that. So it would be, okay, so that's the whole element. And then we have a button and the cost. So what if I just add a visual element in between those? Actually, I could just change the shop overlay, I guess, eh? Make it smaller. Let's try something here quickly. Yeah, I have a problem with the shop in general, to be honest with you. I think I need to do a couple of things with the shop. So let's think about this. Okay, so the one thing the shop does, it obviously gives you it shows you the text for the cost and the unlock button, right? So that pops up when you click the shop button. Should it dim the whole area, so the whole room? Or maybe just a small section get dimmed? I think we should dim the whole room, to be honest. I think I do prefer that. Oh, yeah, that's actually way better. So instead of 100, you just put a padlock, and this button has the upgrade cost or the unlock cost. Yeah, actually, that could be better as well. Let's try something quickly. I'm just going to play, and then we can see the whole interaction here. Because obviously, it's not just... I changed the text from unlock to upgrade. So let's see. So if I click unlock, it goes to upgrade. Max level. Yeah, that... Yeah, maybe we put the... Okay, let's try that. So we want to put the coin and the cost inside the button, maybe. And then... Okay. Let's go check that out. Okay, so we're going to have to change that in here a little bit. So we have a shop button clicked. How do we do this? Do we make it... I know you can add... Let's try something else. Shop button. Add coin icon. I don't know what that looks like. So now I'm going to put an icon on top of, like, a child of the button. And then I could also maybe add the cost label. Okay. Then my cost holder could just have an icon of like a... Is this even gonna do what I want it to do? So then maybe the shop button.text is nothing. It doesn't say unlock. Let's see how this comes out. I should really not be fiddling with this if I think about it. I should make the sound effects. It's fine. All of this is going to improve the overall UI anyway, so we'll do it. Okay, so it breaks the button a little bit. uh, yeah, button, why are you so big now? Okay, so we got that and that. I guess it's... Oh, the button probably... Okay, so let's see. Shop button. If we change the way it aligns things... Ah, okay. Yeah, that... I think that's kind of what I want. Align it like that and center it. Right, that seems a little closer to what I'm expecting. And then this label inside the button. So let's see, shop button. Could I make you... Okay, but something like that. And we still have this visual element, so we can add... I'm just concerned why the buttons got so big. Is it the label? Oh, the label is quite big, I see. The label is pushing the button. It's making the button bigger. The button's trying to contain the label. Because of all the padding and stuff on the label. Who decided this label has so much padding? Nobody. Okay. So we need to give the cost label maybe a selector as well. Cost holder. Okay, so this is not technically what it is anymore, but cost label. Okay, so let's do cost label. Jeez. Cost label dot add to class list cost label. All right, so we did this. Oops. Save. We just did that, then we can fiddle with these labels directly. Okay, yeah, we'll... add a selector. Okay, now we got the cost label. And the first thing I want to do is just get rid of all the margin and padding, right? There we go. Now the buttons are kind of back to where they were. Right, now we could add a bit of padding or margin on the side so we can split up the coin a little bit. Okay. So let's just see. Can I add a shadow to the coin? Maybe. How do you do that? Wait, I think my coins are all a coin icon. Yeah, so if I find the... this is such an annoying part of... Okay, so why did the cost label... No, I want you to be in the room slot style, please. Okay, here's my coin icon. How do I give it a shadow? I assume there's a good way of doing this. Let's see. Okay, this is a text shadow. Maybe there's not just a simple way to give it a shadow in here, hey? With the CSS. I'd have to give it a shadow in some other way. Well, let's try something simple, maybe. Let's try giving it a background. Ugh. I have an idea. Watch this. Watch this. Give it a radius. Make it a circle. It's kind of ugly, isn't it? Yeah, the old GUI, you'd add an outline. I could add an outline, but it's... Oh, geez. What did I just do? Ooh, I'm just making this thing uglier. Yeah, okay, so the background's not going to work. Text shadow won't work either. Yeah, I don't think I have a good way to add a nice shadowy effect. Unless I change the texture in some way, or maybe I put another background texture there, or something like that. Let's see, shop button. Yeah, duplicate, set color to black, offset. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We could try that. Okay, let's do that. So what I'll have to do, I'll effectively have to add another element here. So I'll have to do something like coin icon dot add new visual elements. Just have to add a new visual element. I'll have to call it something, actually. Yeah, no. Let's make a visual element, call it coin shadow equals new. Right, then we stick the coin shadow as a child, and we can add it dot add to class list coin shadow. Yeah. Something like that. And then I just have to add the selector in here, and then we can fiddle with it. We can fiddle. But yeah, I think it would be kind of nice. Also, no, this won't work, actually. I did this the wrong way, I think, now that I think about it. Okay, but... Okay, we can try this out. So that's now our coin shadow inside of the coin icon. I think I want to flip this around, actually. Yeah, I want to put the coin shadow first. Okay, so let's change it a bit. Just put it up there. So I want to add to the button the coin shadow. And then I want to do coin shadow dot add coin icon. Right, flip them around like that. And then the shadow would be behind the coin, because the coin is now on top of the shadow. Then I can offset it slightly, yeah. Okay, so let's see. So there's the coin shadow. So now I just have to add the selector, coin shadow, Okay, I want it to be in the slot style. Okay, so we add the same sprite. Why does it jump like that? So annoying. Okay, so let's see, coin. Right, we add the same coin. Okay, and then we give it a tint. Tinted black. Okay, now we just need to add an offset to either the coin. Okay, let's give the coin a slight offset. Oh, we can actually just take the shadow and maybe give it like a pad. We can just decide which direction to pad this in. I think... Which way do we pad this? Obviously not like that. Or like that. Or like that. Like that. Or... like that? I have no idea which way to make the shadow go. That looks bad in all directions. You can just work in the hierarchy directly, but you can also make custom UI elements. So I've made a bunch of custom elements here. And these custom elements, if I want to add things to them, I need to add them in code first. Because they're locked. From this side. Maybe just at the bottom a bit. I feel like it needs to go that way. Yeah, maybe I'm doing too much shadow. Maybe we need to do less. .5. Yeah, this is difficult. Maybe softer. Yeah, actually, that's also a good point. Where the hell am I? Oh, I'm not in the coin shadow anymore. Whoops. We can give it some opacity, right? Oh yeah, softer definitely makes a difference there. Is it in the right direction? Is it too small now, maybe? Okay, let's try the 1 pixels. I feel like if I look at the coin, okay, maybe this is 1, this is 0.5. I feel like that's right. I feel like it's being lit up from this direction, right? If you look at this little glisten over here. So the shadow should be at the top somehow. I make my text shadows 100, actually. Most of them. Okay. I don't have... Yeah, I think that looks good. Because the light comes from this side, right? From the right bottom light, the bottom right. Or is it... No, wait, does it come from the top? For crying out loud. Because I'm looking at that shadow there, which would suggest it comes from the top. Ugh. So we do 0.8 and then 0, 0. I'm going to go with that for now. I do want the button text to have shadow. Yeah, normally I do my shadow. Okay, so here's my text. So normally I do something like this, and then I make this one 100. Okay, so the amount of pixels I use normally depends on how big the text is. Yeah, 1 pixel, 1 pixel. I don't need it here unless I change the color to be white as well. And maybe give it a black outline. Let's see what that does. Doesn't look too bad. The outline is a bit harsh. I don't know why white text just looks good. Even if the button is not quite the right color for it, but I can change the button. Make it a darker button, maybe. I could actually just tint the button slightly. Also, the text, I think, can be bigger. Like an easy 20, I feel like, at least. Okay, damn, this is... Okay, now they kind of match, right? Yeah, we'll go with that for now. I'm not a fan of what I did here, but anyway. Okay, let's see if we can't add nice sound effects and things to all our buttons, and maybe give them animations as well. Ooh, I should really standardize my buttons, I think. Because now, having to give them animations, it's going to be annoying since they're not standardized. We'll figure something out. It's going to be okay. And these buttons are ugly now, hey. And I think, yeah, they are not special. Yeah, they just unlock room buttons. Yeah, I can just grab that and fix them if I wanted. I mean, I'm here. Let's fix them. Okay, we're not going to use a gradient texture anymore. We're going to use a proper button sprite. As they will be okay, they're going to be an unlock button as well. So I feel like I need to make them look the same. So all my shop buttons should be the same. So what if I just add my shop button on top of them, actually? That is the better way of doing this, right? So I just add shop button. Ew. Okay, that kind of broke them all. Okay, let's see. Which style takes precedence here? I'm actually not sure. So this button now has both the unlock room button and the shop button, right? But obviously the unlock room button is not taking precedence here. Like if I do something with this, if I make it like wider, oh no, it does. It does do something. Okay, so we can give it we can make it 80% width, for instance, if we wanted. We can make the height more if we felt like it. Okay, no, so we still have control here. Let's make it like 95% width, 40 pixel height. Okay, so we're going to stick with this one. We don't want to break anything. Let's change the texts to the right text. Make it 20. Can we change the actual display text? It says unlock. I don't know why. Oh, yes, I typed it in here. Unlock. I need to really do this now. Every time. So this is the difference between having them as separate elements in the hierarchy versus having one custom element, I would say, that I made and can manipulate in code. So these ones I didn't make a custom element for, so I kind of have 3 copies of these. Now you could make templates as well, which might be the better way of doing this, but yeah. I just made copies, unfortunately. It's my bad. Okay, but anyway, unlock room button. Can we get you to center the text? Not really. We should be able to, right? Yeah, no, we can. We can get it to center text. Okay, good. We also want the text to be white. 0.5 outline, which is hard black with a 1x1 shadow, 100 strength. There we go. That's now a better unlock button, I believe. Okay, so let's do shop button. Hover. Right, this is something we can do. So shop button hover style. Now we can make a certain property change. So what I think I'm going to change is I'm just going to grab the image tint from the background. If I can find that. Yeah, going to grab the image tint. Right. That's the property that I want to. I don't know what the durations should be. Let's make it 0.5 seconds. And we'll just make them a bit darker. I actually don't know. Okay, but if we preview this, we should be able to see. Okay, the duration might be a little bit much. Let's make it 0. Yeah, I think 0.2 maybe? That's not bad. I think if we give it a delay... Oh no, that feels bad. That feels bad. We can do ease. Ease in, ease out. Don't know what that means. Yeah. I've never played with this. So. Oh, I see. Ah, damn it. I'm just going to keep it on ease. I feel like that's good enough. We could change the color maybe a little bit. Maybe it's too much of a change. I don't know. Yeah, this is quite subjective. I guess that's okay. Whoa, okay. Okay, this button gets completely broken. Ah, damn. Okay, so maybe we don't want the... Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's fix that. Okay, so this one, I think I should take off the shop button, to be honest. Let's just set it up ourselves with the unlock room button. Yeah. I'll just set it up with unlock room button. It's okay. It's not ideal. Also, you need to be in the room slot, please. Okay. Unlock room button. Here we go. So at least it remembered some of the stuff. It doesn't have a sprite. So we'll just grab the same one. We'll slice it 0.4, I think is a good one. To be honest, we can make it a little bit higher, maybe. 0.5? Yeah, okay, let's go with that. Then we just need to make the background color nothing and get rid of our borders. Okay, there we go. Now the button looks a bit better. Then we can just have the button, I think, align self-center. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so now it's almost there. We just need to get the shop. Yeah, I just want the color. This color. Copy that color. I really don't like what I'm doing here, but anyway. Okay. I am not a fan of what I'm currently doing. This feels like the bad way of editing your UI. I think I need to skill up myself in terms of the CSS or USS in this case, because I think styling this stuff using USS is probably the way to go. But I'm kind of being dumb about it, so it's a bit more painful, this process right now. Okay, hover. Okay, so all we want to do when we hover is just change the image tint. So just copy that one, paste it there, and I think I just copy the transition. What? I can't copy the transition. This is an outrage. Okay, but it's simple enough to set up, so let's just do that. Property, image tint 0.2, and we just ease. And that's it. So if we preview this now, that's it. Okay, so that works pretty well. Nothing else works, but they work. Okay, so now all my unlock buttons are at least getting a bit of an animation, which looks nice. Okay, now I should look at these other buttons, but I should also go to the restroom. So I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's see. I want to do this. Okay, 2 minutes. Hello. Okay. I'm not going to be able to stick around for much longer, but let's see if we can't maybe get a few more things out of the way before I need to leave. Okay, so I'm thinking we're heading into the right direction. What I kind of want to do, I want to have the shop change. What do I want the shop to do? It's a couple of things I want the shop to do, but one of the things is currently you don't even know or notice when the shop is actually selected because there's no overlay. So I think I want to give these rooms like a shop overlay, like the bigger, like the gym itself, right? Yeah. And then when the shop button is clicked, it kind of just grays out the whole room. But it's also going to gray out these elements here, like the slots itself. Will it? Yeah. Yeah. Wait, we need to be careful here. It's going to look weird because some of these things are on top. So if we do that, we need to make it so that it's on top of everything else. Let's just try something. So let's assume, okay, let's say that is the thing we want to put on top. And we'll position it as absolute, right? And let's just do something dumb like that. So now it's the whole size. Now if I go and I change the background color of this thing to 100. Okay, so it hits. I'm not quite sure what it does for everything. So it seems like the button is still nice and vibrant. All right? The button is definitely on top of this thing. The cardio section itself. So the one thing I'm kind of thinking, I think this whole slot. Oh yeah. Random wallaby. Yeah, it's a kind of annoying to work with UI, but I think like you get these small incremental changes, right? And it does make a difference over time. Okay, so what I'm concerned with is that this slot is actually on top of everything else. Yeah, because it is on top of everything else, right? So it's not gonna, it's still gonna be quite visible. So I'm gonna play it just with that thing in there. And let's see if I'm correct. The shop kind of looks good. I don't know why. Yeah, because these elements are on top, right? Oh, I still need that lock or something like that. So if I unlock this, oops, okay, then there's an upgrade text on top. Okay, that's unfortunate, but let's just try something like that. So if I put I think the chicken is going to be on top, right? Yeah, he is. If I compare it to what it would look like, let's say in the spa, the chicken is just on top of everything. That's why I had the overlay on the slot itself in the past. But it kind of looks weird now, so I don't know how to approach this. Oh, I know. I think I know. What if we put only an overlay on top of the icon? Yeah, that might not be such a bad idea. Yeah, let's see if that could work. So okay, so I have this visual element. No, this one. This is the one. Okay, so we can also just make it so that it's got... so we could call this the shop. I don't know if I want to call it the shop overlay. Shop room overlay. Yeah, we could do something like that. And we could just make sure that it's got... It doesn't leave any sharp corners here, so... Needs to have the same radius, 15. Okay, so if we just make this 15, then I think it'll look okay. I think so. Okay. Now, the other thing, okay, so if we look at our slot, right? We got this is the shop overlay for the slot, right? And it does gray out things a little bit, but it's not... Yeah, the shop overlay itself grays things out. So, but currently I made it so that the shop overlay has no graying out effect. So let's try something here. So if I make it... Let's give it a little bit of a thing. So you can see it doesn't gray out. It doesn't go on top of the button itself, but it's kind of an odd size. I kind of want it to gray out the icon specifically, right? So inside of our icon holder, or this visual element here, geez, let me just, so we have, okay, so that's that one, but then we have the icon holder. I kind of want the icon holder to get grayed out so that you don't try and click on it. Okay, so maybe I have a shop icon overlay as well. So this is the slot background image, slot icon holder. Okay, let's try something here. Okay, so we got our icon holder. So let's see, when you click the slot, register slot clicked. No. Register shop opened. There's a shop button click. We check some things, we change. Oh, this is for buying it. Show shop overlay, yeah. Shop overlay style.display flex. So what I want to do is I want to add a public. You know what, actually? I want this not to go here. Okay, I need to think about this. I want to do it in the base class, the slot itself. So the slot itself, I think, should have public. It's just a visual element, right? And it's going to be the icon shop shop overlay. I think so. Or icon holder shop overlay. That's what we're going to call it. And then when we do the constructor, we do icon holder. Icon holder shop overlay equals new. And then we do icon holder dot add add oh geez, add, come on man, icon holder shop overlay. Yeah, something like that. Icon holder add icon holder shop overlay. So now all of them will have a shop overlay. What we can do then, we can do icon holder shop overlay dot add to class list, and obviously the class list is going to have to be called exactly the same thing because the class, yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, shop clicked is add slot to list, add character. So the slot shop open and close functionality happens here. But I kind of want it to happen here as well. Okay. And it doesn't have a shop overlay, but this would basically be the icon holder shop overlay that we want to show and hide, even for these, right? And then the room slots would do public new void, right? Okay, and we want that. Whoops. And we also want this. Okay, something like that. So now my slots, all of them should have this new thing now called a icon holder shop overlay. Okay, so let's see if we can figure this out. Let's go look at the UI. Let Unity compile. Okay. So we want to add a new selector. Icon holder shop overlay needs to be there. Okay, now first thing, we want the general shop overlay to not have a background color anymore. Okay, and then our new one, icon holder shop overlay. So let's see where exactly this is. So if we click on this, icon holder shop overlay. Okay, so it is a child. Okay, so we can look at it and fiddle with it. So the first thing we want this thing to do is, I think, I want to put it over top of everything, right? It needs to fill the whole. Can we put it absolute? Does it then work? Yeah. Okay, cool. So it fills up everything. And we basically just wanted to have a... Now, I don't know if this is going to work now that I think about it. I will have to see. Okay. We'll have to see. I'm not sure how the icon is added. If the icon is added on top of or in front of or whatever, it might not work. But let's try it at least. Okay, so overlay color would be, like 100 opacity. So that would be the overlay if it's displayed, right? It blocks out that blocky, and it also, okay, I see it clearly work with those. I don't see it happening here, but these ones, they should also have one. Icon holder shop overlay. Yeah, they do have one. Okay, absolute. So somehow... Oh, the icon holder in these are very small. What? Doesn't make any sense. Why is that a thing? Why is this icon holder tiny? I guess it's the character icon holder. It doesn't allow something? I don't know. Let's see quickly. Default slot. Okay, Mr. Default slot. Let's see. What's your problem? Okay, if I just tell it to stretch content, does that work? No. Okay, well, not quite sure what's happening here. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, but let's see. So when we click this shop button, so let's go into our code for the level prep UI. So there's a shop button click here somewhere. They get registered. Let's see, shop button. Okay, that's that one. Shop button clicked. Open shop. So we want to do open shop. So one of the things it does, okay, so it returns shop open for each room in room slot, hide shop overlay. Okay, so the room slots get triggered like that. What about the default slots? How do we know what they are? I guess we don't have a list, but we do have a list of characters, and the characters all have a default slot. So what we can do, okay, so we can do that for the room slots, and then we can do another for each character, right? We can do character dot default slot not hide shop overlay, for instance, in this case, and then that's and then here we want to do show shop overlay. Okay. And that should be it. Right, let's go test it out. I'm not sure if this is going to work exactly right, but we'll see now. Let's give it a good old-fashioned play test. Okay. Ah, no, it does work. Okay, fantastic. So the buttons appear and all the icon slots get grayed out. Okay. So the reason I want that is, okay, for the following thing. So I want some visual indication that we cannot put a character, we cannot interact with the characters, right? Okay, it's a little bit subtle. Right, but if you wanted to now select the owl and you're like, what the hell's happening here? Okay, so maybe I make it more obvious. Okay, it also seems like this is behind. I want it on top. Yeah, actually, that's... How do I make it on top? So what's happening here is if you look at the hierarchy, so obviously we have the icon holder and it's got a visual element inside of it, and then another one gets added below, and the one at the bottom of the hierarchy is on top. Yeah, the dimmer should be on, and yeah, I need to change where this thing is located. So I could maybe put it as a parent of the icon holder. Or, no, it needs to be a sibling of the icon holder. Ha. Because then it would be on top. How would I add it as a sibling? Okay, let's think about this. I guess we could just do add icon holder, actually. Yeah, we could just do that. Now it's a sibling. Okay, and it's lower in the hierarchy, so it will be on top. Okay, let's save and let it compile and see how that breaks everything. And then we can even make it like have a cross out or something like that, right? Some way to make it super obvious. Ah. Okay. So now it's a sibling. Okay, so it's fine with these ones. But yeah, this is kind of what now happens. So which one is it? Okay. Doesn't work so lacquer now, does it? Not for this one, at least. Yeah, because it's the whole background. How is this thing so small? I think I position it specifically here. Somehow. It was certainly easier to do it this way because everything has an icon holder in common. I don't know if we could do icon holder shop overlay dot. Wait, no. I have a style sheet. I can just change it. We could try over here when we add the icon. Obviously, it adds it at the bottom of the hierarchy automatically. Just gonna try something dumb. It's just UI. It's fine if it's dumb. Okay, this is like if I add the icon, then I add the shop overlay below it every time I add a character. It should theoretically allow me to put it on top, hey? So keep making sure it's at the bottom at all times. It's a pretty dumb way of doing this, but it might just work. And it's dumb, but it's simple. And at this point, simple is not a bad idea, to be honest. Hey, look at that, yeah. Okay, so now I can move these around. No, I can't because I didn't unlock anything. Okay, so let's just unlock a few things. Okay, close the shop. Right, can move them around. We like go. You guys do that. If I open the shop now, it's on top of them. It's not super obvious. I feel like I can make it more obvious. Right, so the little grey out works at least, and it's correctly placed. But it's not very obvious. So we can do icon holder shop overlay. Now what we could do is, we can add a sprite to the background here. And we can make it something like, yo, Gavarian. Yeah, I really want to put the model in the chair. You know what? I'm gonna launch a Kickstarter page, right? And one of the goals for the Kickstarter, if it's reached, is put the models in the chair. And if you don't personally make me reach that goal, then I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, like I really want to do it, right? It's just it'll take some work, and currently it doesn't affect the gameplay as much, right? I feel like I need to focus on things that make people want to play the game, the actual fighting bits, a little bit more, and to make the UI at least clear to the user. And then one day I'll do that because I really want to do it. I think it's going to be super cool. I did figure out, though, I don't know if it was you who told me about that, but I did figure out how to get Mixamo animations into my game without breaking everything. Because that was kind of one of my problems, is getting animations for using the chairs and whatever. But I think I was just a bit uneducated. But I'm a little bit more educated now, so I can do it. but it will take me some time. Yeah, it might be easier than I think it is. Yeah, Mixamo is a little bit double-edged, you're right. But I just want like a sitting animation so I can make them sit in the chair, or a lying down animation, or a stair climbing animation when they're on the Stairmaster. Right? So, basic things, just for usage of the rooms. Okay, for some reason... this is the one I want. Yeah, just something like that, right? Ew. Kind of looks a bit awful. But, you know, it's okay. We can just do something like that. I don't know if the image tint is actually worse. Okay, let's just leave it like that so it's super obvious, I think. Yeah, so the one thing I've kind of struggled to get, right? So I've been scouring Mixamo, and the one animation I like, it doesn't seem that it exists, is a bench press animation. Because I thought it would be super cool if I could have the characters actually use the bench. Okay, there we go. That looks horrible, but it's super obvious now that I can't be clicking on this. Yeah. It doesn't look good, but it is obvious. I can... my rigs, they work with Mixamo. I'll show you something now. I've used Mixamo already. Yeah, so this gym, so it's easy to find things for this gym. So I could find something for jump rope, an animation. I could find like a walking or running animation. That's obvious, very straightforward. And then I could find a stair climbing animation. So I could use all the gym equipment. The weight section is a bit of a problem. Like, I can't find an animation just using basic dumbbells. Right, and then I also couldn't find an animation for using a bench press. But there is an animation for using a kettlebell for some reason. You know. And then obviously sitting animations are easy. Right, there's a ton of them. And lying down in a hospital bed is also not a problem. I think even the spa is not a problem because it's a combination of lying and sitting, right? You're either sitting in the tub or lying on the table or whatever. So those are straightforward. So this is the animation that I've got. Let me show you which one So I don't know if you know this, but in between the phases for the boss, I have him do a roar, right? So he roars to call his reinforcements. So I went on Mixamo, and I actually got a roaring animation. And it works. Right, now you'll notice that there's a couple of problems here. And it's such a frustrating thing to try and figure this out. But if I don't use the animation playback and I made a timeline instead, that apparently is broken now. This component is disabled. Wait, which component is disabled? Playable director? It's not disabled. Oh, my word. This worked. I promise it worked. Wait, I need to disable that, I think. Why? Why are you like this? Just when I want to show somebody something, it breaks. Oh, wait, I need to switch off that preview. That's the problem. Yeah, okay. So if I use a playable director, you can see the animation works. And the crocodile actually does not have the correct proportions, if you compare it to the thing this animation is supposed to work for. But it works, right? And this comes from Mixamo. So my rigs aren't 100% compatible. I also need to add to the animation. So I take the animation and then I edit it. And I also add things for the tail. So you'll see I have a bit of control here for the tailbone. I don't add a lot. I just add enough so that the tail doesn't like clip into the floor too much. Because, you know, obviously the Mixamo stuff don't know what to do with tails. So the tail kind of just does its own thing. But I don't think this looks too bad. So I've been dabbling. Gavarian, I've been dabbling. And I think it looks kind of cool. This is obviously already much better than what I currently do when he goes and transitions. But yeah, it takes a while. Like, it took me quite a bit of time to get to this point. Now, humanoid animations are very convenient. That's why I'm using humanoids, right? Like, we had this idea with the lizards and the chickens and all this stuff, and they're like, okay, but make them humanoid, then I can just get animations from somewhere. Because, like, having to make these animations, just editing this animation to get the tail working, it's such a hassle. I can't even imagine doing everything from scratch. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm getting there. And I figured out how this playable director thing works, right? So I could technically even have this play a little cutscene if I wanted, right? I don't know. This thing seems pretty nice for cutscenes. What I like about it the most is you can make the cutscene and then play it and watch it. And it will transition between the different animations and stuff like that. So you can see the whole thing in the inspector in scene view, not with the game running, which makes tweaking the sequence so much better. Because if you had to do it with the animation controller, you wouldn't be able to see what it actually looks like unless you play the game. You can preview one animation, but like, this is how the animation previews, right? So, I mean, what is your thought when you see this animation preview? You're like, oh, it's super broken. Let me try and fix it. You spend 3 hours trying to fix it, and then you realize, oh, wait, it's just the animation player preview that's broken. Technically, it is actually doing the right thing. Because that's what it looks like with a playable director. So yeah, I have the technology, and I even might have some of the knowledge. So I can definitely do what you suggest, Gavarian. But I think what's most important for me is to get the game. Okay, so to get the UI working and clear, so people understand what's happening when and why. And then once it's at least clear, I can do the next thing, right? Which would be nice little polish effects like that, I think. Because I really want to do it. I think it's going to be super cool if I did that. Okay, so I just want to hide this room overlay because it darkened the room quite a bit. Okay, now I'm not entirely happy with this sprite that I got over here, but let's see what textures I have. I might actually have a better texture for this. Wow. Okay, I know going through textures is a bit of a thing. I have nice lock textures. I should use those. Oh, what if I made... That's also maybe a good idea. So I know I said I said it's a good idea and didn't even tell you what the idea is. So obviously, when a character dies, it might not be immediately obvious that they are dead. That maybe I should put a skull icon on top of their icon or something like that to make it more obvious. Or I should just replace their icon with a skull. Okay, I don't really see anything here that I think will work. Yeah, I just need a higher resolution, like cross or cancel or whatever that thing is, to be honest. I know it's here at the top somewhere. Block. Function icon block. Oh, there are higher resolution textures here. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's way higher resolution. No, that's exactly what I wanted. Do we make it stretch? Yeah, just do scale to fit, right? I think that'll look good because I think they were a bit funny on the default slots. I think scale to fit is the one I want here. Okay, let's just see. Yeah, okay, I mean, it's okay. It's not great, but it is at least very clear that I shouldn't be able to interact with these, right? Okay, so we close the shop. Oh, wait, that's wrong. Why is it doing that? Okay, wait. Let's try something. Oh, I think it's because they show by default, and this one technically has it. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. It is just a slot, so technically it also has that, but it's not a. Okay, now I know what to do. So in the code, when we on the next level prep UI, when we do this, we just have to do next level slot dot hide shop overlay and show shop overlay, right? We just have to do that essentially. And then the next level slot would also behave correctly. Let's see. And then I have to go because it's 20 to 9 and my workday has technically sort of started. Okay, I just want to see that this works, and then I'm happy to call it a day. Okay, we go next level. Okay, so it's close the shop. Okay, yeah. And if I open the shop, yeah, okay, that's perfect. So, that's actually interesting. So it hides it. Ha, very interesting. Ha ha. Hey, Stumpy Pup. Stumpy Pup. That's such a cool name. Thanks for the raid, Stumpy Pop. Okay, so yeah, I think this looks good, right? It's very obvious that you can't interact with the characters. It's like, oh, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, I need to close the shop. I should also maybe make the shop icon change color or glow or something so that it's even more obvious where you have to click to get rid of all these. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, well, let's just for the fun of it, play around. Okay, we start in the test level. Okay, so we have to spawn in enemies randomly. Not randomly, manually. Manually is the word. Okay, let's make it hard. Let's see. Let's go. Oh, jeez. Okay. I have no trouble killing lizards. This Komodo dragon, though. Ooh, and that... yeah, that yellow looks so good. I'm happy with that color. Damn. Get stunned. Okay, I killed him. Finally. They're gonna explode me. Okay, let's just run. Okay. I must say, they're not incredible at predicting where I go, but they are pretty good at predicting where I go. So, oh damn. Oh, I forgot I put everybody else in the gym, hey? So looking at this, we can see all our characters are tired because they had to go to the gym during that level. Okay, so we'll take the Robin out, I guess. And you know what, let's unlock some more of these chairs and maybe the spa as well. Okay, there we go. Who wants to use the spa? We'll let the chicken use the spa. And the rest of you can go sit on a chair. Okay, let's go. Nice. Feels smooth. Ooh, a pink one. Oh, come on. Get off the wall. Aw. Nice. Okay, who's next? I'm not really. Everything's so broken anyway, it doesn't matter what I choose. Okay, you need to rest still. Let's put you there. The duck can go fight. Let's put the chicken on the treadmill. Let's put the Robin on the bench press. Let's do fight with the duck in the desert. Okay, ignore that decal. That's my test decal. I forgot to remove it from this level. I put it on this level for testing. It should have been in the test level for testing. It's a little weird how these frogs are throwing their bombs. Like if you look at the animation too closely, especially since they do predictive throwing without turning their body. Maybe I should make them turn their body, but that seems a little bit complicated. Yeah, it would be a bit weird, because then they're gonna like turn to where they are gonna throw and not look at your character directly. I mean, we could do it technically, but it's a bit strange. Okay, now the chicken can go rest, the Robin can go to the spa, and the duck can sit in the chair. And let's get our owl out. Oh my. Okay, that's annoying. I shouldn't do that. Okay, we got rid of the slow totem. Let's burn, baby. And let's annihilate the frogs with the fireball. Eesh, these fireballs, the bombs are a bit much. Index outside of bounds, what? Oh, I died. Okay, well, Well, that's a thing. Okay, now we can even test our other overlay. So if I did this, did it go through? Did what go through, Stumpy Pup? The raid. Yes. Yes, it did. Okay, that looks better as well. It's a bit flat, this flag. I think I can get a better flag in here. But there we go. Robin will not get any further room benefits if they take over in the fight. That's fine. We need somebody that knows what they're doing. Oh. Yeah, no, your raid came through. Thanks for that, by the way. Ooh, luck of coins. All the coins, the goodies. Okay, so... ooh, that's actually a bug. I see now. So when I have negative health, it does something weird. Okay. Maybe I write that down. Let's just go to my streaming to-do bugs. Negative health display bug on custom progress bar. Right? Okay. I have to fix that. Not now, but later. Okay, who still has some juice left in them? Let's get the duck. I feel like I want to change the gameplay so that the characters are slower by default. Maybe even the enemies. And then I want certain characters to be very quick. Like the duck, right? He's a ninja. Yeah. But that's balancing issues, right? Balancing game feel, those types of things. Yeah, it was a raid of one person. But it's fine. I've also raided like that. Got a release production? What do you mean? Do I have like a demo or something? So I'm currently fighting Steam. I wouldn't say fighting, but I am struggling with Steam to get my Steam page up. For some reason, they don't like South African identification documents or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what the problem is, but there's an issue. But as soon as I get it up, I'm very keen to start a few playtests and get some feedback on the actual game. Okay. But I think I'm going to stop it there. Because I need to get going. So thank you, everybody, for joining me today. Let's see if I can find somebody to raid. I don't see anybody I know. Oh. Or maybe I should click the following list. Ah, boo your grandma. Let's go say hello. Okay. Start raid. There we go. It's working on a pretty nice game. I think you guys will be in good hands. Cheers, everybody. Let me just put my ending screen up here. There we go. Have a good rest of your day. or evening, or morning, or wherever and whatever you are experiencing right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers. Oh, I forgot. There we go.